These are a pair of 1970s Chevy Silverado 10 emblems for your truck. They are definitely original. Jay got them at a flea market for about $1 each, and they sold to one guy for $36.99 each, so that is a total of about $74 total. These are a pair of women's New Balance shoes. They're in pretty good shape. I had them up for $39, and I got an offer of $30, and I was happy to sell them, so $30. This is a super 80s women's jacket. It is a Woolrich woman, size medium, and it sold for $34. This is a very cool vintage Pendleton men's sport coat blazer. This is suede. This is wool. You can see the vintage label. Oop, that doesn't say Pendleton. Where does it say it? You can see the vintage label there. Totally beautiful. You can see it's got suede on the back. Very cool, but men's blazers don't do super well for us, so we sold this for $30. Best offer. The moment I saw this at the thrift store, I knew I had to get it. It is a size small women's acrylic knit vest with little squirrels on it, made in Greece, probably in the 70s, and I listed it just the other day, and it sold for $30. These are a pair of 70s suede Browseabouts, little wedges. They're in good shape. They look like they've maybe never been worn. But I've had them for a long time. I think I've had them for 2.5, 3 years, something like that. And so I took an offer of $13. This is a souvenir Hoover Dam Hard Hat Tour helmet. Someone obviously went to the Hoover Dam. We have 2 of these. We sold one like last year. And then this one, it is a certified hard hat. Like, you could wear this when you're working on a job. So someone might have bought it for that, and they're going to take the sticker off. But we sold it for $20. This is the famous Coogie sweater, Australian style sweater that people love. This one's not super colorful, so I didn't think it would sell for too much. But we did take a best offer from $120 to $80. So I'm happy about that. $80. This is a cool vintage made in Peru 100% cotton sweater vest. And it sold for a best offer of $40. This is a vintage 70s or 80s 100% wool ski cap. The cool thing is, you can see on the label it's 100% wool, wigwam. Made in Wisconsin, made in the USA. So that's why I priced this so high. I priced it at $40 and it sold for full price, $40. This is a vintage Hoffritz brand cleaver. It is chrome plated. You can see the logo here. Hoffritz. It's very heavy duty. It's a nice size. It's got a few marks there that probably need to be cleaned off. But it sold for a full price of $50. These are a pair of wooden trivets. I've sold some like this recently, a couple months ago, that were new in the package that sold for $40. These are not new in the package, but they're not super worn, and they sold for $36.99. This is another trivet, totally wacky, just silly, kind of cheap. Made by Wagner, though. And it sold for $20. This is a super cute vintage silk scarf with little willow buds on it. I love it. So adorable. And it sold for $19. This is a trucker hat with iron-on initials. It's actually my sister's initials, oddly enough. And we found 4 of these. So I don't know. This was some kind of family reunion thing or something, but it's funny. And it sold for $20. This is a set of 2 napkins and 2 placemats from Sonoma. Never used. Really cute pattern. and they sold for 40 bucks. This is a big antique wooden frame. It's got a plaster coating on it. It's got a scratch there, some wear, as you can see. It's quite big, 27 by 31, I believe. I had this forever. I had it up for 150. Someone offered 70. I said yes. They took forever to pay, but they did pay. So now I gotta pack this up and ship it. So 70 bucks. These are two Benjamin Moore trucker hats. You can see they're mesh on this side. Totally remind me of my dad. I knew someone would want them. And this person bought both of them. So 20 bucks each, so it was $40. This is a vintage Fisher Price xylophone. Totally used to have one of these. I think almost everybody did. This one's in a little bit rough shape, but it does have this, which a lot of them don't have. And there are a bunch listed online, so I'm surprised this sold. It sold for $15. I put kind of a low price on it just because there were so many, and I guess it was the right price. Another Big Bucks Sportsman Club camo hat sold. Pretty cool hat. I think we bought it for less than $1, and it sold for $30. This is a vintage Army uniform coat with a patch, and it sold for $60. Pretty good price. This is a solid oak index card recipe card box, and it sold for $30. Okay, so on Sunday, this Singer sewing machine sold in our store. The person is not picking it up yet. They're picking it up sometime this weekend, and I had it up for $1,200, but I took an offer of $600, so I took a half price offer. But I'm pretty sure I paid between $40 and $50 for this, and I cleaned it up, oiled it, made sure it was clean, and she just has to install a treadle, and it should work. So $600, and it's local pickup.